Hello, folks, and welcome to Fandango Friday. I'm in Louisiana with Louisiana Whiskey Reviews. I'm going to update the banner. I was showing the wrong thing. So I sent out the links to everybody to join. Now, tonight I have Grant's Family Reserve. Introduced in 1887. Now it's been renamed to Grant's Triplewood. It's the same product, but it was renamed to Grant's Triplewood. And then I watched a video today where a guy was comparing and contrasting Grant's Triplewood and Grant's Family Reserve. And I asked him, I said, well, isn't it the same product with a new name? I wasn't trying to be smart. I'm just thinking it's exactly the same product. But he claimed they were different. He preferred the Family Reserve. So 1887, it says on the label, distilled, matured, and blended in Scotland, blended Scotch whiskey, the Family Reserve, patiently crafted for a rich, smooth, and complex signature style. It's a family-owned company, William Grant and Sons, okay? They haven't been bought out, but they buy out a lot of people. And now we're being joined by Elbow 88 in Florida. Hello, good evening to you. There's no age statement on this product. I was showing the audience. It has a nice embossed. I'm doing a product you may have heard of or had. It's called Grant's.
Yeah, Grant Scotch, blended Scotch.
Family Reserve. And then it says real small up there on the crest, it says Glenfiddich, because their single malt distillery is called Glenfiddich. And you can buy Glenfiddich blended in with this or separately as a single malt whiskey. Okay, so that's what I've got. And we'll see what you have.
Yeah, beverage. And I'm trying something new. It's new to me. Single malt made by Smokehead. And it's finished in tequila casks. 43% ABV. So even came in a box here. So I'll be trying this out tonight. And I haven't tried it yet. I bought it last week. I just had it sitting here, and I figured I would take off the foil before showtime. Sometimes it's a little trouble getting that stuff off, but there it is.
I've definitely never tried it. Yeah, it looks interesting. It's spooky.
Yeah, definitely. Their marketing is, I think, aimed at the younger crowd, younger generation, or whatever. Trying to instead of the usual, formal Scotch drinker, sitting in his sweater and somewhere. This is, I think, aimed at a younger crowd, and I think it's a good idea. Try to expand your audience and appeal to more folks, makes more sales. So it's been a long time since I've had a single malt Scotch, so that's going to be interesting. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to taste any of the tequila cask influence in this or not. We'll have to wait and see till I get to the tasting. But It just says Isla, single malt Scotch whiskey, Smokehead finished in a tequila cask with a flavor party starter, heavy peat smoke mixes with chewy meringue, blood orange, and barbecue pineapple, notes of toffee, lime, peaches, a party on your tongue. So let's get this party started. Yo, pop here. There we go. Let's see what this looks like. The bottle itself is dark in color, so you really can't even see through it. See the liquid. But that's what it looks like. I don't know if they put any coloring in this or not. I think that's allowed in Scotch.
Yes.
But it's a nice darker, golden dark amber color, I guess. But here it is. I think I can smell the peat or the smoke. There's that aroma there. All right, I'll give it a taste. Cheers.
Cheers to you. FACP monitoring wants to know what is the cost on that whiskey.
This was $55 at Total Wine.
Okay. Thanks for the answer. All right.
And this is a 700 milliliter. Unfortunately, I would rather get the 750, but this is a 700 bottle.
Oh no, that's not good.
Yeah, so
that's not good. Okay, so I'm going to pour mine, and I'm going to turn the lamps on after I do the video, the screen share. Get this cap off. Okay, so it popped. There was a lot of pressure in there. This is from William Grant and Sons. They're a family-owned company, but they buy out other people's companies. Sorry about the noise. I don't know if you can hear that. They're mowing the lawn next door. They got some loud equipment out there.
yeah, I occasionally I hear that myself too.
I looked out there and said, they're doing this now?
Yeah.
Okay, so you can see it's golden. Trying to get it to focus here. There we go. Yeah, it's golden and clear. And like you said, are they adding coloring? Usually, if they don't say on the bottle natural color, then you know what the story is, because they're not required to tell you if they're adding coloring. But they're not allowed to add flavoring in Scotland. I mean, they do make flavored Scotch whiskeys, but those are called flavored Scotch whiskey, like honey flavor or something. Okay, triple wood whiskey, Grants. Now, it used to be called Family Reserve when I bought the bottle, but all they simply did was update the name. They didn't change the product. Aged in 3 woods for one smooth taste. And there's people immediately doing what? Making highballs with it. So it shows you where their focus is. 40% alcohol. So we mature Grants triple wood in 3 different types of wood. Virgin oak cask provides spicy robustness. American oak lends subtle vanilla smoothness, and bourbon refill, that you use bourbon barrels, offers brown sugar sweetness, resulting in a smoother, richer, mellower taste, according to them. They're saying the taste notes complex, clean with, aroma notes. Complex, clean with notes of ripe pear and summer fruits. Taste balances vanilla sweetness with malty and light floral fragrances. Long and sweet with a subtle hint of smoke in the finish. How best to enjoy it? Grants and cola, grants and rocks. So they make a lot of other products. 8-year aged version of what I have. 12-year age. Tropical Fiesta, Summer Orange, and then they're showing the distillery. This is the Gervan distillery. It was built in 1963. It makes grain whiskey, which is basically like a sort of not a very flavorful base. But what they do is they blend the single malt in with the grain whiskey. Listen to that loud thing. They blend it with the single malts to get a nice flavor. You know. And this guy is
So Grants, they make single malt as well as blended?
right. They make the Glenfiddich.
Oh, okay.
Glenfiddich is their single malt distillery, and they sell that on their own. You probably been to the liquor store and seen Glenfiddich. And then they take that grain whiskey from that Gervan distillery and they blend it. And there's the master blender with all of his stock blending samples, and he makes the blends. And then there's a whole thing about the story, William Grant, Scottish Prohibition, and then today we're not going to go through the whole thing. Now, you probably want to look at your website, so let's switch over to Smokehead.
Yeah, Terminado. I don't know where that name comes from. I don't know what tequila brand barrels they're using. They don't tell you a lot with this company. So anyway, in fact, I watched some other reviews of it on YouTube, and this one, but because they don't, even though it's McLeod Distillery, Ian McLeod Distillers Limited, it doesn't necessarily mean they don't necessarily. They buy the spirit from a single malt. They buy it, and then I guess. So anyway, Eric Waite, he had suggested that this might be made by Ardbeg, because he's with his experience palate. That's what he thought. He says I can't be sure, but they may have gotten the the spirit from Ardbeg. But anyway, I it's an Islay single malt, so it's going to have that smoky taste. But yeah, there it is, Smokehead. They're a fairly recent brand. I guess they just started in 2006. They aimed at a younger audience, like I said, especially with that kind of, with the skull there. Then it seems to be. It was only just recently that the rules in Scotland, the Scotland tequila casks for finishing, that was in 2019. That was okay. There's some of their other varieties there. The original, they also do a rum cask thing, the Rum Rebel, sherry in high voltage. I guess that's a higher proof. And anyway, this is a fairly recent. I think this just came out in 2022. The tequila cask, fairly new in the market. But I like Scotch. You know, I figured lately I've been tasting a lot of tequilas and mezcals, more blended Scotch. I used to like Scotch and soda, which I still do. I remember Passport was an inexpensive Scotch that I used to buy just to mix and drink. But the single malt side, I haven't really gotten into much. But now that I'm older and experimenting more with various liquors, I'm venturing into the single malt whiskeys, yeah, and the tequila cask thing appealed to me. There's JB. So anyway, I'll sit by on this for a while, and then I may try it on the rocks a little later.
JB,
for now,
Hangout said it's been so long since he saw you that you're now going by elbow 99.
yeah.
It's your internet because elbow's not cutting out. I heard him fine the whole time.
Oh, okay, good.
All right. I'm going to do mine, and then I'll let you do yours and get mine out the way here. So I paid a low price for this when I bought it. Now, I bought it years ago. Drank a whole lot of it in a fast period of time, so it takes me years and years to get to the bottles. But that's all right. I'm not in a rush. I think when I bought this hand, it was like $23.99. $23.99. So I know the price is going up. I can check the price. Might be a StreamYard issue. Well, Elbow, you and I can hear each other fine, can't we?
Yeah, you sound fine to me over here. Things go awry in this internet world.
Yeah, and StreamYard, I can't answer, can't help it. Usually it'll be showing on our end, like it'll be screwed up, but it's not. So, all right, cheers. Aroma, not getting much aroma. It's kind of taste. Yes, you do get wood. You get a little honey. I was watching a lot of Spanish. Now, as far as the triple wood, there's no way I could sit here and break down. Oh, there's the bourbon. There's not possible. There might be people on the internet that can do it, but I'm not one of them. I'm just getting the honey. Of course, 40% alcohol. I'm getting alcohol. Now, it took me a while to warm up to this product because when I first tried it, I wasn't too thrilled with it. But it seems like as I get down through the bottle and I'm down to the bottom third, it has improved. I don't know if letting the oxygen permeate it or something is helping it. Yeah, so I like it. I'm liking it now. But if you ask me when they oxidize, get oxygenated, it improves them. So I'm going to give it a good score, and I'm happy about it now.
Yeah, good. Well, yeah, there it is in the glass, and the most aroma I'm getting is like a smoky type of. I guess it's a woody type of aroma too. But like I said, I'm fairly new to single malt Scotch, so I'm not trying to be any expert here or anything. I'm just trying to sample a new whiskey and tell you all. But it's nice. You know, I'm not getting much of a big alcohol burn or hit, even though it is 43%. The mouthfeel is kind of thin, but there's a little sweetness to it. Maybe there's just a very slight tequila aftertaste. You know, it's certainly. Oh, I'm enjoying this. It's tasty. I'm a little bit surprised, really. I thought it might just be gimmicky. You know, when you buy a Scotch like this, and it says, that's just a marketing ploy. Put it in some tequila casks. Like they don't tell you, like I said, they don't tell you what brand tequila they're using or how long it's in there. But regardless, it's despite all that, it's tasty. I'm enjoying it.
I guess a lot of these companies, they might have an agreement where the tequila company tells them, we prefer if you didn't put our name or something. I don't know. Because they might have agreements with other companies, and then they worry the other company might get angry or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Me and McLeod don't, but I do like it. Okay, you want to do the scores?
Yeah, sure, whenever.
I'm sorry, liquor enthusiasts, we can't answer for these technical issues. We're hearing it fine. It's what's being fed out is going bad. So you got to blame the platform, right?
Yeah, maybe check after we're done, go back and listen to it, see if you detect any distortion, because right now it seems fine. You know, I can hear you great, and I'm not detecting any distortion on this end.
You know, it's strange. I've done videos live before where people are telling me, you know, like the picture's going out and I can't hear you very well and it's all messed up. And then I'll stop, you know, I'll finish it. I'll go through and finish it. And then I'll watch the playback and there's nothing evidence there. It's like it was only happening during the live feed. And then when I watch it, it's perfect. You know, well,
Yeah.
My microphone is not exactly perfect. Now, this guy's saying, enjoy the decline, saying, I'm not getting any distortion. It's good for me.
Okay, cool.
That's could be certain regions of the country are getting a bad feed.
Yeah.
Good. That's good. That's a very good bit of information there. All right. Yeah. I'm sorry, Shane. All right. Well, I'm going to score this. Market since 1899 with different names. Yes, they've probably changed it. It probably used to be higher proof. It probably was 49 or 43% alcohol, but everything's dropped down to about 80 proof. But it's enjoyable. And I can't believe I'm saying that because I'm telling you, 2 or 3 years ago, I would have said, man, don't waste your time. But I can only go by what I'm tasting right now. And what I'm tasting now is, I'll say about a 9.1 out of 10. I like that little honey note and the oak, so it's enjoyable. I would recommend it, and we'll come back with scheduling in a minute and any kind of other show and tells.
Yeah, the Smokehead single malt Scotch whiskey, tequila cask finish. I'm enjoying this product. Like I said, it's the first time I've tried this, and I haven't really had any Scotch single malts. I didn't think that I would take to this as well or as well as I'm doing, but it's quite good. I'm going to give it a 92, just because it's tasty. It doesn't punch you in the face with the alcohol. There's some complexity there in the taste. I mean, there is that peaty type of smokiness, but underneath that is like a sweet, nice, like a sweet Scotch, a sweet whiskey. Maybe a little cinnamon in the background there, type of taste. But the wood, the smokiness. It's a good product. Like I said, a 92. I would buy it again. I'm enjoying this, and a lot of times I usually when I'm drinking whiskey, a lot of times I'll drink it on the rocks. So I may try this over ice as well. Then you know you got a good product. Cheers, John.
I agree with you. You don't have to fancy it up to make it palatable.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, as far as what's coming up, y'all, Sunday morning is super. This Sunday morning is Porter and Stout Porter Sunday. So it's a specific first Sunday of the month. So any Porter or Stout Porter, bring it. I'm bringing one. I'm not too thrilled with it, but I do have one can left, and I bought a whole 6-pack, so I'm not going to waste it. But I'll bring it and be fair. Even if I'm not too keen on something, I'll try to be fair. This Wednesday is the first Wednesday of the month coming up, and so we're going to do Joker's Wild Wednesday. Any beer, wine, or liquor, doesn't matter to me. I used to do that every Wednesday, but I started getting burnt out on it because people were bringing stuff I never heard of, and then I was listening to people talking about products that it was just like going flipping through the phone book and picking out names and say, let me call this person and see what they do. You wouldn't do that. So I wanted to make it more focused, on a topic. I had wanted to do that back in 2013, but somebody was like, no, do it wild card. And I didn't like the idea, honestly, but I went along with it. But so then after 2021, I was like, I can't take it anymore. I have to do themes. It's got to be a focus. So, but I've made a concession. The first Wednesday of the month would do wild card. And Fandango Friday is sort of like a wild card, but we do have it narrowed to liquor or liqueur at least. So that's what's coming up. And what the hell? So I have to do that little shtick, But here is curveball. Well, I tried it this morning in coffee, and I poured it in the bottom of the coffee cup. I don't know if you want to hear this story.
Yeah.
I added some milk.
Is that the barbecue whiskey?
Yeah.
Okay.
This week on Sunday, I tried it with pineapple flavored Mexican soda pop. I put it in there and poured the Mexican Yarritos on top of it. And I said, I know some people grill with pineapple. It came out really good. It was a good mix. So then I thought, can I put this in coffee? So I poured it this morning. I poured it at the bottom of the coffee cup. Then I put some milk in it, and then black coffee, hot black coffee. So now I'll be able to drink the rest of it and know where to put it. And just hold tight, Claude. And here is Jim Beam Sunshine Blend. I bought this about a year ago. I've never had it. It's a new Jim Beam product.
Yeah, I've never seen
Sunshine
that.
Blend. Yeah, it's really strange. And I never opened it. So one day I'll open it. I was like,
Do you know what do they mean by sunshine? Do you know?
Yeah.
I mean, peach or apple, I can figure that out, but sunshine,
Yes, they have an explanation on the top of the bottle. Made for mixing and sharing. A sweet sunshine blend perfect for refreshing cocktails. Made to be mixed and shared. So obviously made for your favorite bourbon cocktail. It's a Jim Beam brand made specifically for making cocktails. But then I think Jim Beam is almost pretty much like that.
Yeah.
So, that's got kind of mixed up. But now I'm going to go and let you have the floor. And while you're doing that, I'm going to add Claude because he feels good.
Oh. All right. There he is.
Hi, guys.
Cheers, Claude.
Cheers, buddies.
Good to see you. Let's see. Okay, so I talked about the Smokehead. I already gave a score on it. How about a little show and tell? Well, I treated myself to another bottle of single malt Scotch, and I will be bringing this on a future program of Fandango Friday. I kept hearing a $55 bottle. So it's the Wee Beastie.
Somebody put $100 bill in that piano tip jar.
I've heard so many good things about that.
But yeah, I've been, I like the smoky taste, even though that guy over there in the white shirt doesn't. Where does, I'll get a little smoky taste from mezcal. So I thought, well, let's try some Scotch, And so I checked out a few videos on YouTube, good old YouTube. You can learn a lot. And, trying to find out what are the smoky Scotches. And most all of them say Ardbeg, Lafroig, or Lagavulin. So anyway, I picked this up. It's the Wee Beastie, meaning it's 5 years old instead of 8 or 12 or 16. So that's my show and tell. And at a future Fandango Friday, I'll be bringing this in. So
have you had the Ardbeg 10?
No. This is my first one. This 5-year-old. I may get the 10 too because a lot of people have given that good reviews.
That's whiskey I ever tried.
Oh, okay. All right. I will look for that in the future as well. But I'm just on my Scottish trip here lately, and with the hills and valleys of Scotland. So we'll be talking about that a little bit more in the future as well. So,
have you ever spoken to a Scotsman?
Yes, I have.
My point was, it sounds like a different language.
Yeah, you're right. Yes, if they have the heavy accent, the heavy brogue.
I've been to Scotland. What?
Oh, lucky you.
What? Have you been to Scotland, Ron?
No, my daughter has been to Scotland twice, I think. I've been to England. I could understand them perfectly in London, but I never did. I've never been to Scotland. No.
Boy, that rabbit burns.
You
You know?
get that down good. I can't do that.
So what do you have tonight, Claude?
I have something I've never had before. Just a famous. Oh, look! It evaporated. I just got this bottle. How did it go? Where did all that go?
Should have not left the cap off.
Gosh, we all got scotch tonight. That's interesting.
It's funny. I said earlier today, I haven't had one of my favorite drinks is just a good old, and I used to have Glenfiddich and all those pricey single malts and everything, and they were a little bit too heavy for me, a little too strong. And my favorite, I like Cutty Sark, I like White Label Doers, but my overall favorite is just Famous Grouse. It's just heaven. It's just a very nice. It's not expensive at all. It's very reasonable. It's not, you guys, you know how I feel about the over smoke stuff like Johnny Walker, and I don't like Johnny Walker Red. I love the blue. I can tolerate the black. I don't like it when they over smoke it. Or what is it, the peat or something like that? So, yeah. And God, look at that. How important is the glass when you're enjoying a good liquor?
Yeah, that helps. It helps.
How important, Ron, is the glass?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure I know how to answer that because I drink from a lot of different glasses. So I don't know. My answer is I don't know really. My
feeling is psychologically, even if you give me a pretty glass, a nice glass, something that feels good in your hand, even Jose Cuervo is going to taste good, you know?
Rather drink it out of a nice glass than like a paper cup.
Yeah.
But I've never had the Famous Grouse, and
it's wonderful.
If you don't like smoke, never buy Ardbeg 10.
And so I just put it in here. I love it on the rocks a little bit. It doesn't need, you can drink it straight, but on the rocks, it just makes it even better. So to your health, gentlemen.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Mm. It's the most perfect blended Scotch. Right away, the sweetness hits you. The sweetness, and then the complicated grains and everything, and then the alcohol hits you. And Famous Grouse does something I really like. You know, the good burn that we've talked about, or I've talked about. You know, the good burn we all like, not the bad burn.
I'm getting that with this.
Right now, it starts by your belly button and it goes up nice and slow, and it just goes right up there. That nice warm. It's cold outside. You know, do we remember what cold felt like? I've been in this heat wave in North Carolina forever here.
Yes, I remember cold. It got to 12 degrees in Louisiana this year.
Wow. Famous Grouse. There it is. Nice.
Do we know what company is behind the Famous Grouse? Is it Grant or Diageo?
I don't know, but I could find out. But
just curious.
Yeah, I was curious myself.
I like what they say. Go ahead, Ron.
At the top of the bottle, it says it's made under a royal warrant for the royal family, I think.
The finest Scotch whiskies, expertly blended and matured in seasoned oak casks for a rich, rounded sweetness.
No, I mean at the top of the label above the name.
Wow, I need more light here. Woo-hoo. And I need to get out. Oh, yeah. By appointment to Her Majesty the Queen's. Do you have a feeling that in the UK that if you pay enough money, you get this little Queen seal of approval? Is that in England? Is that like our Good Housekeeping seal? If you pay enough money to somebody, you get the Queen's seal of approval or something?
I don't know.
Is somebody out there listening?
There's actually, I was doing research on that. You do have to pay money to get the committee to review the product. And they review the product, and if they think it's good enough to put the like you said, the Queen's Royal Warrant on there, or now the King's, they'll do it, and it's good for 5 years. Then after 5 years, they review it and decide if they want to keep it. So these companies compete to get it, and they've got, like chocolate made under a royal warrant, soda pop and whiskey and so forth.
Probably cookies too.
Yeah, digestive biscuits, as they call it.
By the way, the best Scotch is great with cookies or chocolate. Don't have any chocolate in the house tonight, but this is the best thing that came out of North Carolina. If you've never had these, they're fantastic.
Yeah. Now, here's the website if you want to read any of this to the audience.
Superior taste. Our whiskey is filtered at a higher temperature to deliver a soft, warm depth of flavor with bright, fruity notes. Unrivaled quality, our blend of grain and malt whiskeys is sweetened by maturation in oak casks for a perfectly balanced drink. You know what? I don't usually agree with marketing, but this is spot on. It really is. A versatile blend, our iconic blend, is at home in any glass, and together with our wider range, it offers something for every taste. It's just an excellent product.
They're showing some pretty glasses there, aren't they?
Yeah, I think the glass, you could have the finest whiskey in the world, but if you put it in a Flintstone jelly jar glass, I don't know. Do they still make those? I'm showing my age again. Remember the jelly, and it came with a glass with the Flintstones on it, and you pried open the lid, and you had jelly, grape.
I don't remember that, but
Elbow does.
Yeah, that used to. You'd get a glass once you were done with the product. Yeah.
In the old days, my parents' days, Scotch was the drink you drank when you didn't want a headache in the morning. I don't know. That might be mythology or something. Have you guys ever heard that? You don't get a hangover from Scotch. You don't get the morning blahs and stuff like that.
I never heard that, but I never have gotten a hangover from it.
Good. Did you guys ever watch Mad Men? The
No.
show with John Hamm in it. And this is about advertising in the late 50s, early 60s. And all the executive offices always had a little liquor cart next to the desk in those days.
I remember when they used to have those at a lot of offices.
They still do it a little. At Christmas time, you know what gifts you gave to somebody you did business with?
They used to give us free wine when we were teaching. When I first started teaching high school, they used to give us free bottles of wine for Christmas and a free turkey.
Yeah.
Then they discontinued that program because A, you couldn't give away alcohol, but they did for years. And B, they couldn't give away a turkey because they said that was giving a bribe to a state employee or employee.
Yeah, I know.
In the good old days, if you did business with someone, casually or formally, they got a bottle of Canadian Club or VO or Johnny Walker. That was just the way it is. When my father passed away, I had that bottle on here. I found a bottle of 58 Canadian Club, which was 11 years aged prior to the license label on it. So one of these days I'll pop it open with you guys just to see if it's any better than anything else after 40, 50 years of aging. That's a question. Does liquor really get better?
No.
If it's aged?
In a barrel, not in a bottle.
Why?
It doesn't age in a bottle because the glass does nothing to help age it. It doesn't get worse. It doesn't get better. It just sits in a bottle. Yeah. Okay, I found out the answer, Claude. You want to see the answer?
Sure. achieve our goals together. Oh, look at that. Glenfiddich is there. 15 years.
Oh, Grants. They own Grants too.
I've never had Grants. I've heard very mixed reviews about Grants.
Well,
Go ahead.
I had Grant's tonight, and I gave it a good score. No, William Grant and Sons owns the famous Grouse. Okay.
Oh, okay. All right.
Have you ever had Grants, Ron?
I have a bottle right here. That's what I.
Yes, that's what he's drinking now.
Wow. How do you like it?
I gave it a 9.1.
Really? I've never had Grants. Tullamore Dew. I see that on here. I love. That's Irish whiskey. That is good. That is good stuff.
Yeah, it's good.
I see that Monkey Shoulder too. That's a good blended Scotch.
Really? Never had that.
Oh yeah, try that out sometime.
Okay. I've never even heard of it. Monkey Shoulder.
Oh yeah, I see that at Walmart all the time.
Looks expensive.
It's not. Hendrick's Gin, I see that at Walmart all the time. The Balvenie, well, I don't see that at Walmart. Glenfiddich, yes, I can get that at Walmart. Grant's, the famous Grouse, I get that at Walmart if I wanted to. Tullamore DEW, yes, I got it on half price. I bought that, Claude, at Walmart, 50% off.
Wow.
$26 bottle, got it for $13. Sailor Jerry, that's a famous flavored rum. Naked Malt, that's some kind of Scotch. Silent Pool, intricately realized gin. Well, it sounds like something my daughter would like. Drambuie, everybody's heard of Drambuie. Reyka Vodka, discarded spirits, don't know about that. Ethiopia Milagro Tequila. Wildmore Ale Sabe, Airstone, Clan McGregor, Hudson Whiskey, New York, Gibson's Finest. I have a bottle of that in my cabinet. 3 Barrels. I have a bottle of that in my cabinet. Clan McGregor. I have a bottle of that in my cabinet. They make a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look how excited that lady is because they make a lot of stuff.
Yeah, she's happy. Yeah, William Grant, they have a good portfolio there. Good for them.
I got to tell you, I'm enjoying. This is a sipper. It's so enjoyable. It's when you like something from the first sip. Yeah, there's some liquors and things you got to take 2-3 sips to start really enjoying them. This is one of those things where the first sip is just delightful. So I don't know if you want to score. I'm a little late to the game here, but I would definitely.
Yeah, you can give a score.
I'll give it a for blended whiskey. I'll give it a 96. It's just totally enjoyable. It's smooth. It's just a wonderful blended Scotch. I would definitely buy it again. It's a perfect drink. It really is.
So what you're saying, when I go to Walmart, I should buy it.
You should, if you haven't done a review on this, you really for blended whiskey. I think this blows away Cutty Sark and Dewar's White Label and a lot of the famous blended scotches. What's the name?
J&B.
J&B. What is it? The one with the little dogs, black and white dogs on the label.
Black and white.
Black and white. There's so many, but this one is just it's a good value. I got to tell you something. It's I don't remember what I paid for this, but it's very reasonable for the quality. It's one of those good finds. Absolutely. I would tell anybody who wants a nice Scotch for a great value. And, if I poured this to you in a blind taste test and I told you it's $100, a fifth or something, you'd believe me. I don't think, I think this is like $29, $30.
Yeah, I have to research. But Claude, I do have a backlog of blended Scotch at the moment. So, you got any show and tell or upcoming?
I do, when I'm in the mood, I do a beer with Claude. I just kind of pop on YouTube here once in a while. Always enjoy always enjoy reasonable drinking like adults and just talking about, things that we enjoy and everything. Do you find what is going on? People don't seem to, I see a lot of stuff on YouTube where people don't seem to enjoy liquor as much anymore, or it's almost an anti-liquor thing. Have you noticed that?
Say that again. I'm not sure I understand what you're saying.
I'm seeing a trend on YouTube where it's almost anti-liquor.
No, I haven't noticed that.
Okay, good. I seem to see that, and I think people don't understand that you enjoy these things in moderation.
I think a lot of people do not enjoy anything in moderation, so they go and they get to the point where they crashed out, and now they want to be an apostle of abstinence to everybody.
Yeah, it's like, I'm not going to finish the bottle. I'll have one, truth be told, probably two. And that's it. I know how to put the cap back on, put it back. Tomorrow's another day. And maybe I'll have something tomorrow. Maybe I won't. It just, there seems to be a very, people don't know how to act like adults anymore,
Yeah, I think, that's the problem. They went too far into it, probably got very ill, had a lot of personal problems with it, whatever.
I mean,
and now they've flipped the lid. They flipped to the other side, and they're going around telling everybody, "Don't drink, don't drink." It's like,
you can drink.
No, you don't have to tell me what to do, but
yeah. Don't drink, don't drink, don't drink. Instead they'll smoke or vape or all this other mushrooms and all this other garbage, when you can have just a nice drink and enjoy it with friends and everything. And does it make you feel good? Yeah. Does it make you a little warm? So what? It's enjoyable in moderation. That's all. That was my message. Sorry. This has been brought to you by I think enjoy the decline on the chat room says drinking is good for you sometimes. I think, when you're sick, or did you ever have a bad cold or cough or something? Is there anything better than a little brandy to warm you up before you go to sleep?
Yeah.
It does seem to help. The opinions expressed by Claude do not necessarily reflect the opinions of this channel.
There I go again.
Although they don't necessarily not reflect it either. Okay.
What did Frank Sinatra used to say? I feel sorry for people who don't drink, because when they wake up in the morning, that's the best they're ever going to feel. Something like that.
Yeah.
He might have had a little bit too much fun, but anyway,
the Rat Pack.
Thanks everybody for watching. Sorry there were some technical problems, but some of the viewers were not seeing that. They said everything was fine on their end. We didn't see any technical problems in our experience here tonight. Everything was smooth and clear. Nobody jamming up or garbled. Okay. But
where's Dave tonight?
I don't know. I thought he was going to come over tomorrow for some beer reviews, but he told me, he sent me a text message today saying he can't do the beer reviews. And I said, bad news. He said, it happens. I have things to do. Well, that's understandable. It's still a disappointment, but, and I'm not a prying person. I'm not the kind of person that's going to say, well, what do you have to do? That's not my business. If you got something to do, you got something to do. Some people pry, you tell them, well, I'm going to the grocery store. Then they want to quiz you. What are you buying? It's like, why do you have to ask me that?
That must be important to you. Why, you must have brought that up for a reason. Why is my shopping at the grocery store? Why is that so important?
I don't know. I can't understand why people are strange like that, but I'll give you an example. My grandmother, who I used to like to see every day, I would go see her every day, but she would get angry watching me eat. Like, she would cook a meal and her food was better than any restaurant, but she would tell me you're eating it wrong. She would have like roast beef and let's say potatoes and green beans. I said, what do you mean? She said, well, you're eating all the green beans and then you're eating the potatoes and then you're eating the roast beef. I said, I know. She said, but you're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to eat a little bit of the green beans, a little bit of the potatoes.
It's in the Constitution somewhere.
A little bit of the roast beef.
Yeah, it's Napoleonic code,
No,
right?
that's funny. That's funny.
And I would say, well,
yeah, everybody eats differently. You know, it's not like there's rules. I didn't think.
She was like, she would just shake her head, like, "What's wrong with him?"
Listen, I was raised by German parents. I had to use my cutlery, my knife and fork, in a certain way, and if I didn't, I got the okay. You know, I still to this day don't eat like most Americans. You know, you cut your meat, you put your knife down, you switch hands, and Europeans don't eat that way. And I had to learn to eat that way when I was a kid. It's amazing.
Wow. And I used to have people tell me, don't put your elbows on the table.
Oh, yeah. That was a given. And sometimes, depending on the table, you need your elbows on the table.
Elbow 88. Well,
Yeah.
so yeah, I just
There we go. Elbow, you should be an expert in that subject.
Yeah. No, I was told no elbows on the table also.
How did you get your name? Can we ask Ron, do we have a minute? I'd love to hear this story.
Oh, the moniker there?
Yeah.
Well, because my name is Ed Brown, so those are my initials, ELB. And then I just added a vowel. And then I thought, well, you know, I was just trying to think up of a name for an email address type of thing. So then I came up with 88 because there's 88 keys on a regular piano. So that's where the 88 comes from. So I just made Elbow 88 and put that on YouTube. So I don't mind if people call me Ed or whatever, or Elbow. Either way, you know, just don't call me late for dinner, you know. So it's just something I came up with to I don't know, just for an email address and maybe like a nickname type thing.
Yeah, my middle initial is J, so some people call me J.
You can call me Jay. You can call me Ray.
Right, because my actual middle name is James.
Oh,
but they, like after St. James in the Bible, but they
the letter J, yeah.
Since your initial is J,
Yeah.
they call me J. But like Claude was saying, from the old Natural Light commercials.
Oh, that's right. That's where it came from, right?
Natural Light commercials, yeah.
Oh gosh, he was a comedian or something.
Yeah, you can call me Ray or you can call me Jay, but you doesn't have to call me Johnson. He was like some old. I used to think when I was a little kid watching it, I said that's like some old drunk at a bar, you know. He's like, he's like talking nonsense, you know, and everybody else at the bar is like, "What are you talking about?" You know.
Yeah.
But anyway, well, y'all have a great night, and don't put your elbows on the table when you eat, and make sure you go to each item on the plate in a roundabout manner. You don't just stick to one item. Grandmother will get very angry.
All right, guys. Good to hang out with you again. Love these Fridays. Cheers.
Thank you. Y'all take care now. Bye-bye.
Take care. Where's the tip jar?